Unrealistic beauty standards are everywhere, from billboards to our smartphones. These standards often showcase a narrow and digitally perfected image of beauty that is far from attainable. The constant exposure to these perfect bodies can make it incredibly difficult for many of us to appreciate our own unique features. This bombardment of idealized images doesn't just affect our view of beauty, it seeps deep into our self-esteem. When we compare ourselves to these retouched models and celebrities, we're left feeling inadequate. It's a comparison game where we're set up to fall short, leading to a whirlwind of negative emotions and a distorted self-image. In an attempt to mirror these unrealistic ideals, some may resort to extreme measures. Excessive dieting, over-exercising, and even cosmetic procedures can become tools in the pursuit of perfection. But these behaviors are not only detrimental to our physical health, they perpetuate a cycle of self-criticism and never-ending dissatisfaction. It's crucial to challenge these beauty standards by promoting diversity and body positivity. Embracing the wide spectrum of human bodies and celebrating our individuality can help dismantle the harmful effects of these societal pressures. When we start to see beauty in all its forms, we begin to foster a more nurturing and accepting relationship with ourselves. Advocating for change means demanding more realistic and inclusive representations of beauty in the media. It's about pushing for a culture that values self-acceptance and self-love over conformity to an impossible standard. By doing so, we can create an environment where everyone feels respected and valued, regardless of their appearance. Consider the teenager scrutinizing her reflection, feeling unseen and undervalued in a world that praises a single beauty ideal. It's a narrative too many can relate to. But remember, beauty is not one size fits all. It's time to challenge the status quo, to celebrate the diversity of bodies that exist, and to remember that beauty comes in an infinite array of forms. Social media, a landscape where likes and shares seem to dictate worth, has turned comparison into a daily routine. It's a world where snapshots of others' lives can make our own realities seem dull by contrast. But what's often missed is the silent struggle that comes with this digital age habit: envy, low self-esteem, and a lingering dissatisfaction with our own bodies. Scrolling through feeds, we encounter a barrage of life's highlight reels. People present the best versions of themselves, from stunning vacations to perfect selfies. This curated content crafts an illusion of perfection that's far from the full story, yet it sets a standard that many strive to meet, often without realizing the futility of such a pursuit. Social media amplifies social comparison, pushing us to measure our worth against others. It's a game where there are no winners, only a growing sense of inadequacy as we perceive others to be more successful or attractive. This relentless benchmarking can erode our self-esteem, leaving us feeling lesser than those we see on our screens. The portrayal of beauty on social media is a mirage, distorted by filters and editing tools. These flawless images create an unattainable ideal, skewing our perception of beauty and leaving us chasing an impossible standard. The result? A widespread dissatisfaction with our own perfectly unique bodies. The constant comparison doesn't just dent our self-image, it can wreak havoc on our mental health. Anxiety, depression, and body dysmorphia can stem from this relentless quest for validation through a digital lens, as we seek affirmation from a virtual audience that's often more fickle than we'd like to admit. To navigate social media without falling prey to comparison, we must engage with mindfulness. Recognizing when our online habits trigger negative emotions is the first step. Limiting exposure to content that fuels comparison and practicing self-compassion can help us maintain a balanced perspective. Imagine a man following celebrities and influencers who feels inadequate amid the sea of perfect bodies and lifestyles. This is the moment to pause and reflect. Each person is unique and has their own journey. Instead of comparing, let's focus on valuing our qualities and recognizing the unique beauty of our bodies. By fostering authenticity and celebrating diversity, we can transform social media into a space that uplifts rather than undermines, empowering us all to embrace our individual stories. Traumatic experiences like bullying, abuse, or discrimination can leave indelible marks on our psyche, influencing how we view our bodies. For those who have endured such events, the journey to self-acceptance is often fraught with challenges. The emotional scars can be deep, shaping a negative relationship with one's physical self and making it hard to like, let alone love, their own body. Trauma can violently sever the connection between mind and body, especially when the trauma is physical in nature. Survivors may feel alienated from their own bodies, perceiving them as sources of distress rather than vessels of strength and resilience. This disconnect can lead to a profound sense of isolation and a struggle to find harmony within oneself. Negative beliefs and self-talk often stem from the distorted perceptions caused by trauma. Survivors might absorb harmful messages received during their traumatic experiences, believing they are unworthy or undesirable. These beliefs can perpetuate a cycle of self-criticism and even self-hatred. To cope, some may turn to self-harm, disordered eating, substance abuse, or risky behaviors, which only serve to deepen the rift between them and their bodies. Healing from trauma is a process that involves confronting the pain and learning to embrace self-compassion. Therapy, support groups, and trauma-informed care can offer the necessary tools for survivors to process their experiences and begin to heal. It's a path towards rebuilding self-worth and finding healthier ways to cope with the memories and emotions that linger. Imagine a woman, ridiculed for her weight as a child, carrying those emotional wounds into adulthood. She struggles with feelings of inadequacy, believing she's unworthy of love and acceptance. Her story is a stark reminder of the lasting impact that past traumas can have on our body image. In reflection, it's crucial to acknowledge the need for help and support in overcoming past traumas. Self-care, therapy, and a supportive community can be invaluable in rebuilding a positive relationship with our bodies. Remember, our worth is not defined by past experiences or the actions of others. Every step towards healing is a step towards reclaiming our bodies and our self-esteem. Negative cultural messages about body image are pervasive, subtly influencing our perceptions and attitudes towards our own bodies. They create a narrow definition of beauty, often leaving individuals feeling inadequate if they don't match these unrealistic standards. The idealization of thinness is a prime example where being slim is equated with beauty and success. This not only fosters discrimination against larger body types, but also encourages unhealthy behaviors as people strive to fit this mold. Gender-specific expectations further exacerbate body dissatisfaction. Women are bombarded with the message that their worth is tied to youth and slimness, while men are pressured to achieve a muscular and masculine physique, often leading to negative body image and mental health issues. The consequences of these cultural messages are profound, affecting mental and emotional health. Feelings of shame, inadequacy, and self-loathing can take root, potentially leading to eating disorders, anxiety, and depression. Challenging these harmful narratives is essential. Embracing body positivity and diversity helps dismantle the idea that our value is linked to our appearance. Celebrating all body types fosters a culture of acceptance and respect. Education and media literacy are powerful tools in this fight. Understanding the damaging impact of body shaming and advocating for inclusive representation in media can shift societal norms towards a healthier, more accepting viewpoint. In many societies, there is an excessive emphasis on thinness as the ideal beauty standard, which can lead to eating disorders and mental health issues in people who do not fit this ideal. This creates a toxic culture that perpetuates body dissatisfaction and shame associated with physical appearance. Ultimately, fostering a positive body image is a personal and collective challenge. By rejecting harmful beauty standards, avoiding damaging comparisons, and supporting each other, we can cultivate self-love and acceptance. We should strive to promote a culture of acceptance and inclusion where all bodies are valued and celebrated. This requires actively challenging stereotypes and harmful beauty standards that perpetuate body shame. Liking our own bodies is a defiant act in a world that constantly sends negative messages about physical appearance. Cultivating a positive relationship with our bodies is possible by challenging unrealistic beauty standards and embracing our unique selves. Everybody is worthy of love and acceptance. If this message resonates with you, like this video, subscribe to Mind Mastery and turn on notifications for more empowering content. Thank you for joining us in promoting a culture of body positivity. See you in the next video.